one area I really love working with my clients on is creating a long-term vision. So creating one vision sentence that will help be a guiding light for you even when life gets stormy. It'll be a guiding star on the dark days, and it's something that you know, okay, there it is, that's where I'm headed. And we first did this process with our very first life and business coach back in 2007.
Yeah, December, but yeah.
Yeah, and thank you Peter Close for this process. It literally is one of the best gifted tools that we've used in our life. This process is life-changing, it's game-changing. It inspired us in ways that we didn't realise for probably the first few years how impactful it's been on our life.
Yeah.
And do you want to share our sentence?
Yeah, so the process that Peter took us through was to set like a goal, but to make it feel more emotive and to help connect with our heart and visual, like very emotive and visual was the keys in the process that he took us through. And we wanted to buy a house. We just found out we were pregnant with our first child, and the house thing was obviously important. And we shared, we want a house, blah, 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 and some acres and stuff. And what the sentence ended up becoming was enjoying our housewarming with friends and family by the pool. And obviously there's a present tense element to it there, which is important, and we're enjoying it. It's not like we finally got to our housewarming, we're enjoying this moment. So it's like a scene, a visual scene that anchors us to a time in the future that we're working towards and attracting into our present. So as much as we're working towards it, it's almost like we're energetically putting ourselves or putting energy in this scene in the future that's drawing us to it, which is a bit interesting to think of. But like we've said, how many times we've said that sentence, how many times we've written it down, how many times we stared at it and read it or said it out loud. Like it's just been over and over again. And not just the sentence itself, because that's a shortcut to a greater scene where we've written full stories of what the day is like, what the moment's like, what does it look like. And just tapping into that constantly, drawing on the energy of that moment in the future.
Feeling grateful for it. Really grateful.
Yeah.
Just envisioning and embodying and calling that gratitude, which having that gratitude, that is that ultimate state of receivership. That is, it magnetizes your goal, it magnetizes your vision towards you.
Yeah. And it also, not just does it get you focused and magnetized and all that, but it also helps you filter away things that aren't aligned with that outcome. You say no to things. It makes it a lot easier. You hold it up to this, where you're going. It's like, I guess, a destination. If you want to drive to Sydney and you're on the Central Coast, well, you want to head south. If someone says, "Oh, we'll turn right and go north up here" or whatever, you know that that's going to take you away from the destination that you're wanting to arrive at. So, you don't head north or east or west, you head south. And anything that's sort of maybe southeast or southwest might be where you have to go temporarily because of certain circumstances or roads that you're on. But ultimately, as long as you're heading south, at some point you will arrive.
And when doing this process, we find that some people, it's very, very common to have doubts. So when you first ask, okay, what is it that you want to create in 10 years or however many years' time? And they think of this beautiful vision, and then their ego comes in and goes, "Oh no, you can't have that." And it's like you can see someone shrink back. They have this vision, and their posture, their words, everything changes, and then you can see the doubt creep in, and they're like, "Oh no, I don't know how I'm actually going to do that. Oh my gosh, nope, I'm just going to stay back here." And it's really, really powerful to be mindful of that if that happens for you, and letting that go. That voice is not you, and coming back to focusing on the want, what it is you want to create, because you're going to manifest. you're manifesting anyway. You are manifesting, whether you're manifesting your desired results or you're manifesting shit. Like honestly, what you're focusing in, if you're going to focus on, oh, I can't have that, I can't do this, like that, guess what you're going to manifest? And so it's really important to get clear, really, really crystal clear on your vision and coming back to that, releasing everything else and staying really focused on what it is that you do want to create, what it is that you do love.
Yeah, all the joy and gladness and goodness and gratitude that scene gives you, focusing on that. I think it's Joe Dispenza sort of talks a lot about that sort of stuff, feeling the feeling as it already is here, because, in a certain time or time and space, that scene is already existent. It's just not in the present reality that you're experiencing right now, but it's just as real, but it's just in a different time.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, the mind can't distinguish in what is actually reality right now. So if you're telling your mind it is reality, you're actually drawing that reality to you energetically. You're magnetizing it. You're putting it out there, and the universe is like, oh, they've already got this thing. Cool. Let's provide all these opportunities. Like they have this thing.
Yeah. And it helps you, I guess, also see the opportunities as well, because you're looking for a way to get this thing.
Yeah.
Like the land, so we're in the house right now. We haven't got the pool yet, but we're in the house.
It's coming.
And the land that this is on was literally passed in at auction. So when we talking about it helps you see the opportunities, it's like we were looking for the land. Our radar was on. We're looking for the land that would fit the house in our pool, happy housewarming, vision. And other people had seen the land and said no, or walked away, or saw the challenges here and saw the constraints on the land and resistance to, why they shouldn't buy it. And we saw the opportunity.
Yeah.
And
we saw the beauty of this place. Oh my goodness. It was like, how has no one taken
yeah,
this?
I was actually shocked.
Is what we
and
were
the price
amazed.
as well.
Yeah, the price, everything. It was like this land was waiting for us. And it was like, when you're ready, you'll see me.
Yeah.
And it honestly, as soon as we saw it, we knew it was ours. Well, not ours, because we do feel like we're caretakers of this beautiful rainforest acres, but yeah.
It's just interesting though, going back, 17 years ago, writing down what does it feel like on that day, or what is the picture. We actually drew the site. Well, I remember me drawing, I think you drew it as well. And I had a stream going through it, and a mountain on one side, and a runway where I wanted to be able to have a plane, and all this, big dream stuff. And I was saying to Melissa the other day, I was like, oh my God, we don't have a stream, but we've got a creek flowing through our property, which is kind of a stream. We're on this a foot of a mountain, so there's a giant rainforesty mountain next to us, and our son's school's actually just next door up that hill. But the runway is actually a train track, so I didn't
get clear on what you want, guys.
It's kind of like a runway.
Yeah.
So, but it's just weird how close it was to the drawing I did 17 years ago. It just blows my mind, what you can achieve in your lifetime, and what you can learn about yourself on that pursuit.
Yeah, the personal growth, who you become to receive that vision and to be in that it's something that I didn't realize when we set the vision that was going to be the gold. Honestly, as much as I love this house, I love these acres, and I love what we've worked towards, and there has been challenges, but overcoming those challenges and growing as a person, I am not who I was when I set this. I am grateful for that person. I'm grateful for my past self. I am 100% grateful for where I am in my life, for making a decision. So it does start with a decision. It starts with you and choosing your vision. And it's going to be very different to our vision, but it's yours.
It's powerful.